Hey everybody, it's Mike from the Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios and brought to you by official sponsor of the Mike Wagner Show, international warring author Mia Molson's The Missing, available on Amazon and paperback ebook. We're here with a terrific gentleman who's been a biologist of 28 years and a former medical doctor, scientist of healing as well too, and he's also a heart and an entrepreneur. He also participated in the Human Genome Project and also author more than 300 publications. And also we got one of the books, which is Nothing to Sneeze At. He also founded a company back in 2016 in Los Alamos, New Mexico, dedicated to relieving allergies for long periods by simply correcting the root cause of allergenic rhinitis. It's simply nothing to sneeze at about, but in reconnecting customers with nature. He also lived allergy-free for 17 years until 2014, attending a church retreat. And of course, this is a treat that everyone is going to love. Live, ladies and gentlemen, from the Plus Studios, somewhere in New Mexico or in the United States. He is also the founder of AllerPops and biologist of 28 years. He's also authored the book, Nothing to Sneeze At, which is really nothing to sneeze at. Ladies and gentlemen, the multi-talented Cliff Hand. Cliff, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thanks for joining us today.
Good evening, Mike. Thank you for having me. Really glad to join you in the program.
What's great to have you on a show as well too. So if I do sneeze during the program, just simply ignore it. So we have our problems too. Allergenic rhinitis, which is simply a sneeze, of course, allergies and everything else. And you've been a biologist of 28 years and former medical doctor scientist with a heart of entrepreneur. You participate in the Human Genome Project and also authored more than 300 publications, including a book, Nothing to Sneeze At. We'll talk about a little bit. You also founded the amazing company AllerPops back in 2016, dedicated to relieving allergies for long periods of time by simply correcting the root cause of sneezing or allergic rhinitis and reconnecting customers with nature. And of course, you also live allergy-free for quite some time, and you have a great story. Before we get into that, Cliff, tell us how you first got started.
Yeah, the journey started within the family. So the first thing is that my son got allergies when he was about 1 or 2 years old. Those kind of things, the kids will get infection, will get ear infection, take antibiotics, things like the sooner. When he was in the spring, the second spring and his eye just pop out, red, tearing, and watery. So my wife just called me, come and see what happened with his eye. And eventually we figured out it was allergies. That was spring, juniper, things like that. After that, it was a painful journey with him, actually. Nose congested, he could not sleep well in the night, just crying. My wife have had to sit and care him every night. That was very difficult. And because of that things, in the following years, I actually read papers about allergies. So why my son got allergy, my daughter did not have it. So, and I try to answer those questions and reading those cutting edge research. And gradually until the year 2014, when I got allergy, I know quite a bit about allergy research, from the hygiene hypothesis to the microbiome study. And combined with my own history of immigrants, what happened with my life, things like that, that's as a, what do they call it, actually, time traveler from the traditional lifestyle to the modern lifestyle, what changed. And eventually, with all those background information and the cutting edge research, I formulated the hygiene, specific oral hygiene hypothesis. That's what it says. It was my oral hygiene that contributed to my development of allergies. So that's the focus. I changed the general hygiene hypothesis, everything about hygienes, and then focus on my oral hygienes. And during those 3 years, from 2014 to 2017, I say I'll be the mice and study and observe my clinical symptom and collect my saliva sample, stool sample, and see what will change. That study initially was open-ended. I did not know what to expect. Will my allergy change? will my microbiome change in the mouth and airway? I did not know that. Fortunately, within the first year and a half, my allergy actually gets better from year-long allergy to seasonal allergy. That was the breaking point of my study. I continued to observe my symptom and collect sample for another year. And eventually we sequenced those samples and found the root cause of allergy. I found two groups of bacteria changed during the time when my allergy gets better. So those bacteria actually gets a lot more abundant at that brink point. That tells you actually when you don't have enough of those good bacteria, your allergy will get worse. When you have more of them, allergy, at least my allergy, gets better. So that was the discovery of that to further confirm that hypothesis is this bacteria, it contributed to my allergies. I go further and say, people know about these two bacteria, right? So people have been studying this bacteria. Those are the community, scientific community have been studying these things for 50, 60 years, and they know how to grow them. And I use those knowledge to grow those bacteria in my mouth. And that's the formula of AllerPops. So it's so well a break for me.
That is rather interesting too. And of course, before we talk about AllerPops, one of the things that came across my mind, of course, the whole common perceptions that allergies start from the nose as well too. But when you brought up about starting allergies, starting from the mouth as well, that having oral bacteria, hygiene, and everything else. You hear stories about brushing, flossing 3 times a day, and everything like that. Do you think is that more than enough, or you think that's not enough, or is that more like a little bit excessive?
Yeah, so oral hygiene is necessary for our teeth and gum. That's for sure. We are not here, as you alluded, we need some proper level of oral hygiene so that we can keep our teeth and gum healthy and also avoid to have allergies. So that's a balance. That's a balance of oral hygiene. So what we found out in the last 5 years in the R&D stage of the company is that brush twice a day probably will be fine, and flossing maybe once a day, that should be enough. The things that hurt our oral microbiome is the chemical within those toothpaste and mouthwash tap fluid. Those chemicals actually suppress or kill all bacteria. And our customer experience tell us is that after they got allergy relief, when they go back to their original toothpaste and oral hygiene practice, gradually those good bacteria will drop off and their allergy will come back. So that's why we are currently not only we will have the lollipop to treat the allergy, but also we'll have the toothpaste. Our toothpaste actually don't have those chemicals to suppress those good bacteria. Instead, we have actually the nutrition, tiny nutrition, we call it prebiotics, the food for those good bacteria. Every time you brush it, you actually feed those good bacteria. While we physically remove them, you actually give them a little bit of food to have them recover very quickly. So that's the things, that's the key. You have the lollipop to treat and have the toothpaste to maintain those good population of the bacteria. So that's the things. Now we'll have the toothpaste on the market for sale next week.
Okay. Now about the toothpaste as well too. One of the things they have is like does that include the fluoride or does it not include the fluoride? And your thoughts on that, because there's always a debate about fluoride.
Fluoride, yes, that's the make your teeth stronger. So right now we don't have that fluoride. So we will have that in the near future. So that's the ingredient we're still testing. and get that into the our toothpaste, prebiotic toothpaste. So we will have that. Yes, good
Okay.
point.
Yeah. Well,
I
yeah, well, certainly looking forward to it. I mean, we got questions people asking, is that going to contain fluoride, not fluoride? Is like, are you going to go back to scope, Listerine, and everything else? And, we'll talk more about that. And of course, we'll talk about your lollipops, your journey getting into lollipops along with your publications. First, listen to the Mike Wagner Show at the MikeWagnerShow.com, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. Look at a professional website without breaking your budget. Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs that blow the competition away. Call today, 1-800-303-3960. It's 1-800-303-3960. Or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show. Get 20% off your first project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level. Also, time for official shout out of the official sponsor of the Mike Wagner Show, international warring author Mia Molson-Zia. If you love fast-paced mysteries, you'll love Missing by Mia Molson-Zia, available on Amazon, paperback, and ebook. Missing is fast-paced and intriguing with an unforgettable twist. Takes place in 4 countries, 2 strangers, 1 target, where truth is illusion and those who love be the first go missing. It's available on Amazon and paperback and ebook. Missing by Mia Molson-Zia has garnered great reviews, and Evil Evan enjoys by Howard celebrities, including Joanna Cassidy, Forrest Riley, and Mills. So grab your copy today for Goes Missing by Mia Molson-Zia, available on Amazon. Also, check out the Mike Wagner Show at the MikeWagnerShow.com or 40 podcast platforms. Heard in 100 countries, including Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Also, Apple Music, iTunes, along with Podbean, Buzzsprout, Radio Public, and more. Also, subscribe to the Mike Wagner Show on YouTube, as well as Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, TikTok, and also BitChute and Rumble as well. Take us with you on any mobile device. And for great gift ideas, go to Amazon.com. Check out the Mike Wagner Show podcast. T-shirts, pop sockets, throw pillows, tote bags, hoodies. Makes great gifts 24/7. Go to Amazon.com. Check out the Mike Wagner Show podcast. And for more great gift ideas, go to Amazon.com/Mia Molson-Zia for great books like Missing, Once, and Wrinkles. Also T-shirts, pop sockets, hoodies, phone cases, and more. Amazon.com/Mia Molson-Zia. Check it out today. And support the Mike Wagner Show on Anchor FM, PayPal, and the MikeWagnerShow.com. We're here with the amazing Dr. Cliff Hahn of AllerPops here on the Mike Wagner Show, biologist of 28 years and former medical doctor, scientist with a heart of an entrepreneur. And of course, you also lived allergy-free for 17 years until 2014. I guess you had that big significant date, and give us a little play-by-play about it, which is leading up to the AllerPops, which sounds delicious right now. I'm ready for some right now.
We'll solve that for sure.
Oh, yeah. I think I'm ready for some right now.
Yep. I will shout out for your Mike Wagner Show. Thank you for having us. Yeah, as you alluded, from the 2014, I had the big calm of my allergies. It was a very painful experience. So before that, I observed my son suffering, but I did not experience that at all. But when I got allergy, I experienced it. I tasted how bad it can be. So my case actually was very special because it started with year-long allergy, very severe. My nose was completely congested. I could not breathe through the nose. And in the night, New Mexico is the dry desert. So with that environment, breathe through the mouth, it was a painful experience. For every 10 to 20 minutes, I would wake up. 20 minutes, how can you deal with that? So burning throat, that's the experience. So that's why actually I had such a drive to say, let me study myself, because all the papers I read say there's no other way to root out your allergy. That's going to be the life for the next half of your journey on this world. So that was a painful imagination, actually. For the next 20, 30 years, how long, whatever I live here, I need to breathe through my mouth and have the painful throat. I could not imagine that was my life. That's going to be very painful and sometimes fearful, actually, thinking every later part in every before the spin, I say, oh, That's the bad time is coming. So that's the things actually you can imagine how bad the things can be. The quality of life actually dropped to the bottom. I could not do those rigorous work in the lab, things like that. So it was.
Mm-hmm. And you also, there's like all kinds of allergies and everything else, ragweed, pollen, and of course you also have cat, dog, or you also have allergies like say like with fish or say with tuna and everything like that. It's like, how many allergies that that's out there that can cause it, like how many allergies that are currently out there right now that can also be controlled by AllerPops.
So AllerPops work mostly designed for the airborne allergies. So the targeted area is in the mouth and airway. So our body, so if you are thinking about allergies, they are actually related to the hypersensitive immune system. So the immune system actually in the gut, that's about 70%. In the mouth and airway, that's about 25%. Associated with the skin, that's about 5%. So we're dealing about 25% of our immune system in the mouth and airway, head neck area. That's the things. These nutrition, those bacteria will tell the immune system here to calm down. Of course, if you talk about the immunologists, they always say the immune system work systematic as well. And that means systemic, that means your immune system in their gut can help fighting the infection in the lung as well. So they do move from place to place. That's why AllerPops, when we calm down the immune system in the mouth and airway, other place gets better, gets help as well. Like people say their arthritis gets better, their asthma gets better, and all those things actually are related to the immune system calm down in the mouth and airway, and the inflammation across the body gets better. That's why. And as for the food allergy, they are mostly related to the immune system in the gut. But we found actually the saliva produced in the mouth, that's about 1.5 liter of saliva we swallow every day. Those saliva has the metabolites that produced by those good bacteria. They gradually go down through to the stomach and the small intestine. Along the way, those metabolites can calm down the immune system associated with those areas as well. It will reduce inflammation or allergic reactions along the way. That's what we observe. So other place will get benefit, but mostly it's going to be the airborne allergies. So some of the autoimmune disease, like on the head and neck area, you might feel relieved as well. So
and what flavors do the AllerPops come in?
right now, it's people say it tastes like licorice. So even though we don't have licorice in it, all the ingredients combined together, the texture and taste just like licorice. So that's we call it original flavor. We will develop. We have developed actually. The formula is ready. We are going to order them with our contract manufacturer in the next several months. They are mostly fruit flavored, like mango flavored, strawberry flavored, and we'll have a flavor for vegan. So they have specific needs. They cannot use, like for example, honey. That's one of the ingredients we have. We'll need to replace those ingredients they cannot use so that they can take AllerPops. Of course, our toothpaste, it has a much simpler formula. Most people probably won't find any trouble with that. So that's probably a point they can start if they are sensitive to anything in current AllerPops.
Okay. And also, is allergy-free possible? I guess that's another question. I mean, everybody's got allergies, but is being allergy free possible? I guess that's another question people ask.
Yeah, so before, I think AllerPops, people have been, even right now, if you check WebMD, things like that, allergies are not curable. You cannot cure allergies. You cannot get allergy-free by treat, even though they observed actually some small percent of people, they say, can grow out of their allergies. They did not know why. Now I can tell you is that those people, they grew out of allergy because for some reason they don't know, or some life event, or some of the behavior they change, like eating different foods or get any other disease, COVID, things like that. The microbiome changed after those event or behavior change, and those good bacteria gets back up and sustained. That's how their allergy went away. So that's the natural process. AllerPops can speed up on purpose to have your microbiome changed in your favor. That means have enough of those good bacteria and with the toothpaste to maintain that for a long, long time. So can you call it allergy-free life? I think you can. If you don't experience any sneeze, coughing, or nasal congestions, most likely, I think you can call it allergy-free life. You can get it. At least some portion of our, even in the last several years without the toothpaste, some of our customers say their allergy have been gone for over 2 years. So
Wow, that's interesting. Wow.
so that's the things I think. Yeah, people can have allergy-free life even they experience very bad allergy right now.
And certainly nothing to sneeze at. And speaking of nothing to sneeze at, he's also got a little book about it with Dr. Cliff Han of AllerPops. Listen to the Mike Wagner Show at the MikeWagnerShow.com, powered by Sonic Web Studios, and brought to you by official sponsor of the Mike Wagner Show, international warring author Mia Molson Missing. We'll be back with Cliff Han of AllerPops after this time out. We're back with the amazing Cliff Han of AllerPops here on the Mike Wagner Show. And we talked about the amazing AllerPops. I'm looking forward to those. My wife is taking them, by the way, and she's doing great. The toothpaste out there is excellent. We encourage you to do so. And how to get them, we'll find out. And certainly has a book that's nothing to sneeze at. And of course, cracking the code on allergies. And talk more about your book, which is nothing to sneeze at.
All right. So the book is the journey. It's my personal journey. From my grow up in the rural area in China. So that I was born in the 1960s, and gradually along the way, my education in the medical school, and also got my like a PhD in genetics, things like that, all this journey. And along the way, how allergy related event and hygiene related event, it was recorded in that way so that you can understand better why me as an immigrant, those experience, those early in the rural area, somehow you think back, it's very dirty, and those experience, why those experience is so important for me as a scientist later to trace it back and say, those things were important and were important for my allergy-free life somehow in combination in the context of other people's study. Like in 1989, they proposed the hygiene hypothesis, and it was actually verified by so many people and say they are related, hygiene and the allergies are related. So yeah, my life, those life paths is actually every event actually prepared me to think into that direction. That's the oral hygiene is related to my allergy in 2014. So all things in the back actually prepared me to think into that way. So So you can call it some excellent combination. And to me, as a Christian, I would say, yeah, that was my calling, and I was prepared to do this. So that was my life. That was my path from the boy, the dirty, with all those unbrushed teeth, and you can actually get some stick stuff for some other purpose for the homework, things like that. So that's why actually those journey is so important. So
And very important indeed. And where can we find AllerPops and your toothpaste and everything at, Cliff?
the toothpaste, yeah, the toothpaste. I remember actually when I was in the first year of middle school. That was the year my father gave me the toothbrush and the toothpaste. It was tasted so bad. It was so bad. I did not like it at all. But eventually people get used to the taste if you use it for long enough. Yeah, those gradually. The learning of my oral hygiene practice was a slow process. So at that time when I was lived in China once a day, that was only. I did not do flossing, things like that. When I came to this country in 1996, I did not go to dentist within the first 8 years, even though I have a free dental service. I did not go there. And after that, my wife just I convinced me, you need to go, you need to go, you need to go. I schedule that. So that's the afterwards I brushed gradually catching up. Just before that, I got allergy. I brush my teeth at least twice a day, flossing every day, and do the tongue scraping, things like that, mouthwash sometime. So that was the things I did. The toothpaste, of course, when you talk about that, all toothpaste, mouthwash, fluid, they were designed to clean, to kill the bacteria. So that's why actually they were so efficient to make our teeth so clean. And our toothpaste, the AllerPaste, is actually designed to do the cleaning as well, but at the same time, we'll have nutrition for those good bacteria so that they can recover and tell our immune system, I'm still here, I'm the peacemaker, and let's make a peace so that we don't fight each other. Bacteria and human host on both sides will have a peaceful life. So that's what we want to reach with the lollipop and the toothpaste. So
okay, and what's your website? Where can we find all your goods at?
So you can find AllerPops and the toothpaste on AllerPops.com, ALLERPOPS.com. So you can buy over there. And also the lollipop is currently also available at Amazon.com. So you can search for that. Just search AllerPops on Amazon. You'll get there.
Okay, well, certainly check those out. We're with Cliff Hahn of AllerPops here on the Mike Wagner Show, and a biologist of 28 years. And, just a couple more things. We'd love to have you back, and looking forward to these great flavors you got. And what else can we expect in 2023 and beyond?
2023 and beyond. So I think I told you before the show we chatted, this year is the break point for the company. And before that, in the last 5 years, we were focusing on the research and the development with the feedback from our customer and with the clinical trial study. Now they're all done successfully. And especially the clinical trial in the last 2 years, we completed the clinical study and also the lab study. We collected more than 200 samples, saliva sample, from the 72 participants. And we sequenced the DNA and identified what kind of bacteria are there. And the clinical data and the lab data correlated with each other so well, they confirm AllerPops theory, confirm AllerPops can give long-lasting allergy relief, and confirm it can correct the cause of allergies. So we are done with the research and the development. From this year and beyond, we are doing the marketing expansion. So that means we are seriously starting to tell the message to the world, say, this AllerPop is the beginning of the end of allergy epidemic. So for the last 50 years, 60 years, allergy has been going up from 1-2% in the population. Now in the United States, about 30% population have allergies. So now with AllerPops, we're going to end this allergy epidemic.
And very tasty indeed. And who do you consider biggest influence in your career?
In my career, I would say my father have been, even though he had never gone to college, but he's very gentle to me. He's very
Nice.
gentle to me. So he has never pushed me to learn, read, write, things like that. He has been encouraging, actually praise and say, oh, in many of the time actually talk, you see Cliff, my Chinese is not Cliff, but just say, and he's likes to study, he reads so many books, things like that. He see that to other people, and at the time when I was sitting far and still can hear. So that was the things actually encouraged me to do well and read more and learn more in the school. So I have been a quiet person, quiet kid in those times, and I'm glad actually he did not push me at all. So that's the key, I think, keep my interest in the book a lot. If anyone pushes me too hard, I probably lost interest in knowledge in the book very soon, very young. So that's I think that's very important. I'm grateful I have my father and mother and so gentle to me along the way.
Oh, that's very nice. I love that. Very gentle. It's great. And what's the best advice you can give to anybody at this point?
So any advice, that's if you have allergy, of course, the best advice I can give to you is, go to AllerPops.com and learn about why you have allergies. We have those pilot study published on our website, and you will see why, what's the reason, what are the good bacteria, how to take care of that. So that's the advice I would give to those people if you have any issues with allergies, especially airborne allergies. So
That's certainly great advice indeed. Well, with Cliff Han of AllerPops here on the Mike Wagner Show. Cliff, a very big thank you for your time. Learned a lot. You've been absolutely fantastic. Looking forward to having you again soon. Keep us up to date. Keep in touch. Glad to have you back. And once again, what's your website? How do people contact you? Where can people purchase or check out your works?
All right. Last time, if you are interested in remove your allergies for good, here's the website, AllerPops.com, AllerPops.com. You can drop us email at info@allerpops.com as well, or call me 505-695-4236. We can have a discussion. Thank you.
And what's the number again?
505-695-4236.
And call right now. And once again, Cliff, a very big thank you for your time. You've been absolutely amazing. Looking forward to having you again soon. Keep us up to date. Keep in touch. Laugh, have you back. Wish y'all best. I just want to say it's been great. I'm a hammer right now. Looking forward to having soon. Wish y'all best. And you got a great future ahead of you.
All right. Thank you, Mike. Wish you best.